1939 to September of 1945, the world lived its worst moment. An event that took the life from 50 to 80 million persons in the world. The biggest genocide against a race, with an estimated of 6 million Jews murdered, not counting the ones arrested and translated into camps. This book is called The Boy in the Striped Pajama. The plot is about a 9-year-old kid that is curious, adventurous, and loves to explore, and he is in Berlin. When his father, a high-ranked military, gets transferred to the camps, he and all his family move. He starts to see the changes, and he starts to see how everything is based on Hitler and love to the motherland. And he is near a camp of Jews, and he starts being friends with a kid, and you can see the innocence. You can see the love, the appreciation that a kid has. The Boy in the Striped Pajama is a book that represents the good and the evil in life. It represents how life was for a high military rank in the greatest war this world has ever seen. This book narrates you a little bit about the history of World War II, how it affected millions of lives. This book also manifests the innocence that a kid has against everything. A kid only judges by what he touches, smells, hears, and sees. Then is when he grows and he starts to be smarter and thinking and judges by criteria.
This book took place in the Second World War, and this was denominated as the total warfare around the world. The Second World War was a total durance of 6 years, from September 1, 1939 to September 2, 1945. The 27,000 people died every single day throughout those dates. The most important characters in that war was Nazi Germans, Fascist Italians, Imperial Japanese, and Great Britain. The Nazi war ended with Hitler's suicide, and 1 month later, Japanese war ended with Nagasaki and Hiroshima bombarded by the United States. Intertextually, The Boy in the Striped Pajamas can relate to the book In Search of Happiness. Both books take place in the Second World War, and both books the main character is a kid. But in one side, in The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, Bruno's father is a high-grade military by the Nazis, and in the Search of Happiness, the father is a Jew, so they are the victims. In The Search of Happiness, the Nazis capture the whole family of the kid, and when they arrived to the concentration camp, the father didn't want the kid to know that they were in there, so he planned it all as a game. In the side of The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, Bruno was a curious kid living outside, or well, near the concentration camp, and discovered it by himself, escaping from his house and finding a new friend called Shmuel.
This book is amazing. It's such a jewel. We're gonna tell you 3 reasons why this book is incredible. The first one, the military life. You get to see how a high-ranked military lives, eats, and how he is pursued and showed as a true German hero. You can see a little bit about the history of the World War, how things started, how things are being developed, how they believe their cause is truly right, and the Jews are not a race that should be in this planet. You can see how the genocides are kind of bad, but to them, there's good. You can see how the history has 2 sides. how the American view it and how the German view it. You can also see the factor that gets you emotionally, the innocence of a kid. There's a great saying that a child is judged by sound, sight, and touch before the dark hours of reason come. You can see how this kid doesn't see Jews as a less race. He sees them as friends, as family, and you can see how this book will change your point of view in every single aspect.
We invite you to read this book. This book is such a part of culture. It explains the side of the most devastating war in history. Not reading this book is such a crime, you know? After reading the book, you should watch also the movie to see a better representation in real life.